Welcome to the Conflict Zone, a channel dedicated to informing about major conflict points around the world.
In this video, we'll cover the involvement of North Korean combatants in supporting Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as well as South Korea's commitment to providing military aid to Ukraine.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to stay updated with all our latest news.
To begin, let's examine North Korea's military participation in the Ukraine war. According to South Korea's National Intelligence Service, as well as video evidence from Russia, around 1,500 North Korean Special Forces soldiers have already been deployed to Russia, with an additional 10,000 expected to follow in the coming days and weeks. These troops are reportedly undergoing training in the Vladivostok region, a key area in Russia's Far East. While there, they are being equipped with Russian-made military gear and weapons, and even receiving falsified identity documents so they can blend in as residents from regions like Yakutia and Buryatia, where local ethnic groups bear a physical resemblance to North Koreans. What makes this development significant? It marks the first time in decades that North Korea has deployed troops to a foreign conflict, indicating a major shift in Pyongyang's military approach. This suggests that Kim Jong-un's regime is prepared to take a more direct role in the war, beyond just supplying weapons and ammunition. However, questions remain about the combat readiness of these troops. Although they are special forces, North Korea has not engaged in a major conflict since the Korean War, which ended in 1953, more than 70 years ago. This raises doubts about how effective these soldiers will be in battle. Still, experts believe their presence may serve a strategic purpose, allowing Russian forces to be redeployed to more critical fronts. North Korean soldiers could be tasked with defending quieter sections of the front line, filling in gaps, or securing the rear and supply routes, which have become vulnerable to Ukrainian guerrilla-style attacks, especially with winter approaching. Now let's explore the geopolitical background behind this alliance. The ties between Russia and North Korea have been strengthening since Putin and Kim Jong-un first met in 2019. And this cooperation has taken on a more military and strategic dimension in recent months. In September 2024, the two nations signed a mutual defense pact, agreeing to provide military assistance if either comes under attack. This marks the first time they have formally become military allies. This alliance is a response to the growing international isolation both nations face. Russia, due to its invasion of Ukraine and the sanctions that followed, and North Korea because of its long-standing sanctions related to its nuclear and missile programs. For both regimes, this partnership is a survival tactic, uniting them in their opposition to the West. This partnership extends beyond diplomatic cooperation. North Korea is supplying Russia with a large volume of ammunition and missiles, particularly large-caliber rounds and short-range ballistic missiles. Estimates suggest North Korea has delivered over 2 million artillery shells to Russia, enough to sustain more than 100 days of intense artillery fire on the front lines. In return, North Korea is seeking financial support and technical assistance, particularly for its faltering spy satellite program. As for the role these North Korean soldiers could play in the conflict, while they are labeled as special forces, logistical and tactical challenges may limit their effectiveness. One issue is the language barrier, which could complicate coordination with Russian commanders. Furthermore, North Korea's lack of recent experience in large-scale combat raises doubts about how they will perform in high-intensity warfare. This reinforces the idea that they will be deployed in less active areas along the front line, which would free up Russian troops for key combat zones. Even if these North Korean troops are not immediately placed on the front lines, their presence could still represent a significant escalation. Each North Korean soldier enables a Russian soldier to be redeployed to combat, strengthening Moscow's military capabilities. Moreover, Russia's increased reliance on foreign troops could be a sign of the strain on its forces, a situation Western analysts have long speculated about. International reactions to this alliance have been filled with alarm. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned that the introduction of more than 10,000 North Korean soldiers into the conflict could be a step toward global war. Meanwhile, South Korea has expressed deep concern about the threat this poses to both regional and global security. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has called an emergency meeting with his top security advisors and urged a strong international response. He also reaffirmed a previous promise made when initial evidence of North Korean troops being deployed to Ukraine surfaced. At the time, he stated that if North Korean involvement in the Ukraine war was confirmed, South Korea would send weapons, supplies, and ammunition to Ukraine. While details remain unclear, this raises the critical question of whether South Korea will now step in as a significant arms supplier to Ukraine. As expected, Russia has denied the accusations of using North Korean troops, dismissing the reports as fake news. However, satellite imagery, videos, and intelligence from South Korea seem to tell a different story. Facing a shortage of troops, Russia may be seeking to forge unexpected alliances to bolster its ranks. The key question now is how far this alliance will go. Will North Korean involvement prolong the war? Or will NATO, the United States, and South Korea take more aggressive action in response to this new player entering the scene? The participation of North Korean troops in the Ukraine war marks a new chapter in the conflict, one that could have serious global security implications. The deployment of North Korean soldiers combined with the deepening military cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow suggests that the war is far from over, and that new unpredictable actors could join at any moment.
Родина Кім, яка тримає у рабстві більш ніж 20-мільйонну частину корейського народу. Наша розвідка фіксує не лише передачу зброї з Північної Кореї до Росії, але й передачу людей. Це робітники для російських заводів замість убитих на війні громадян Росії і особовий склад для російської армії. І це уже факт. Фактично, це участь вже другої держави у війні проти України на стороні Росії. Кожен бачить допомогу іранського режиму для Путіна, так само, як і співпрацю Китаю з Росією. Попри заяви, Пекін утримується від справді серйозних дієвих кроків для того, щоб зупинити Путіна, зупинити агресію і порушення Росією статуту ООН. І ми маємо чесно говорити, українці та всі наші партнери, якщо ми не посилимось суттєво зараз, Путін встигне суттєво посилитись в наступному році, посилитись так, щоб назавжди відкинути дипломатію. Росія повинна програти у війні проти України. І це не заморозка, і це не торгівля територіями чи суверенітетом України. Ми повинні
If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with the latest news. See you in the next video.